Yo, what's up Freeze Army, and welcome to a subscriber made contract. My name is Mr. Freeze2244, and basically a subscriber got in contact with me through PlayStation Messages and told me he made a specific contract for me to play. I was a bit skeptical at start because I didn't realise how difficult this actually was. When we actually got around to playing it, it was very difficult for me. So we was in a party together and we had a bit of a laugh together going through this specific contract, but this is what it is. You've got to take out 5 different targets with all a variety of different weapons and different disguises. So we've got to take out the cyclist with the Bohemian outfit with a lethal melee weapon. We need to take out the entertainer guy dressed as a bodyguard, and we have to use the pistol killing him. We have to take out a bodyguard with a cyclist disguise with a fiber wire. We need to take out this guy with the hazmat suit with the street performer disguise, and we need to take out a waiter with an explosive while dressed in the hazmat suit. It's very difficult, but this is how I did it. So basically I started off in the main central tower area. I picked up this lead pipe here because I'm going to need it for a lethal melee weapon, and this first one I had to go and get the Bohemian disguise. We had to go ahead, knock him out and take his disguise initially, because we have to go and grab the cyclist disguise. So we need to go and kill him with a lethal melee weapon, which we're going to have to pick up a knife on the way around. It's very difficult. It can be a little bit confusing at times remembering all this stuff, but we got around to it in the end, and this is how basically I did it. So huge credit to IronManJoePro for this one. He actually pledged a donation to me on my Patreon as well, which I really do appreciate for him, so thank you for him for that as well. So we basically what we're going to do is head down to the first or second floor now, and we're going to go and grab the knife that we're going to need to take out the cyclist. So basically when I actually played this contract, I couldn't not record this because I had to basically show you guys how great this contract is, and I just wish the developers featured more contracts a lot more like this, because it's so good and fun to play these sort of contracts where you really have to think about it, and it's like there's a chain of events happening. So you've got to take out the cyclist, and then with the cyclist outfit we take out the bodyguard, and with the bodyguard's disguise we take out the entertainer, and with the entertainer's disguise. So it's like a chain of events, and it's really clever, and that's what I really like about it. And on Sunday, the same person who made this contract for me, IronManJoePro, is also going to make a contract for me for this Sunday, which I'm going to be doing a live stream of. So I'll give you more information on that as the video progresses, on obviously the times I will be streaming. So over there we just bumped into those two guys there because they're in the middle of a conversation. It takes a long time for them to, you know, finish their conversation, so we bumped on them to skip the conversation, as you were. So we're going to take out the crowbar that we picked up earlier. I'm going to throw that over there to distract these two delivery men, and we're going to throw the knife in the cyclist's head. And we're just going to take his disguise before we kick him off the ledge because we don't need his body anymore. So that's the first kill taken care of, dressed as a Bohemian, with the lethal melee. I'm just going to put that knife away right there and pick up the crowbar. And now we've got to head down to the beach area. We have to go and kill a bodyguard while dressed as this cyclist here. And we have to kill him with the fiber wire. I really particularly don't like this map when it comes to this part here where you have to run all the way down to the beach, because you have to listen to that stupid conversation. Rocco! Yeah, I'm going to count how many times I've actually heard that in my whole Hitman career of this game now. Never mind. Anyway, moving on. It's the only bit I don't like about Sapienza. I love Sapienza. I think the whole map is just brilliant. I'll never get sick of it. So the bodyguard we have to take out is the guy that's just leaning against the wall here. So to do that, we're going to need to drop our weapon. Just drop our gun on the stairs there. So what's going to happen is one of these people that's going to go past the stairs is going to go ahead and discover the gun and tell the bodyguard about it, and he's going to take it away. While we're doing that, while we're waiting, we're going to go into that confessional booth there to pick up our remote charge, because we're going to need that for a little bit later on. And the bodyguard, what he's going to do is going to come over in this direction here and drop the gun in this morgue area. Just got a bit glitched there. So we need to get rid of this guy, get him out of the way, because we don't want him to mess things up for us. And I picked up the key there. I wanted to use the key, but I was just spamming the X button, not realising how the crowbar that could break open the door. So that was a bit of my mistake there. But nevertheless, it didn't matter anyway, because we're just going to drag his body and hide it in the freezer. I think that's what it is. Yeah. So the guy's going to go ahead and pick the weapon we dropped up earlier, and he's going to head over to this direction right now. I love this disguise. I mean, if anyone's played Mass Effect, he looks like I don't even know what that blue alien's called now, but people will know what I'm talking about. If you played Mass Effect before, he looks like that blue alien guy. The helmet just looks exactly the same. But yeah, obviously you know white and red. But yeah, we're going to choke with just fiber wired that bodyguard, so that's the second kill taken care of. So our third one now, we're going to go for the entertainer. Now, however, we need the bodyguard disguise to kill him with a pistol. So I'm going to have to go and grab a kitchen assistant outfit to poison his drink to get him out of the area, because there's no way we can kill him in front of all these people around here. So the only way I found to do this is basically grab a kitchen assistant disguise and poison his drink. So there you go, you see him right now taking a drink from his water. So first of all, before I grab the kitchen assistant disguise, I'm going to go and grab another bodyguard disguise, because simply it's closer, because we're going to need to kill him with that outfit on. So instead of taking it earlier, I'm going to take it now, use this guy's disguise, because it's going to take a while for him to take another sip of his drink anyway. So instead of any punch glitches happening when it comes to subduing, I'm just going to throw the crowbar at his head and drag his body onto the stairwell just around the corner here. There we go. So we're just going to go to our left and up the pipe and go and get the kitchen assistant outfit. We're going to borrow it off Rocco, because clearly he doesn't need it. So we're going to go and grab that. We've already got the poison in our inventory, the emetic poison. We already brought that with us. So we already have the poison. So all we need to do is grab the kitchen assistant outfit, poison the street performer's drink, put the disguise on of the bodyguards, and follow him once he's going to be sick, and then shoot him in the back. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. And I know if you're wondering, you know, how do I play this contract? I know you probably guys will want to play this contract as well, because it's so genius and it's so good. But unfortunately, it's only available for PS4, because this is how we made it. And if you are one of the lucky people to find it, it's called Freeze2244 Challenge. It should be in the latest contracts if you skim through enough pages. But if you can't find it, unfortunately, then it would have been just a bit too late for you to actually find it, which is really unfortunate, because the contract system is kind of, I don't know, if they had a search option or a creator search option of these contracts, then contracts mode would be so much better than what it actually is now. Because at the moment, you create a contract, and within a few hours or a day or so, that contract is gone, and no one else can ever play it again. And I just don't see the point. I don't see the value of creating a very good contract when you can't actually get other people to play it. So this contract is absolutely brilliant, and I'm sure a lot of you would want to play this, unfortunately, but you just can't play it, unfortunately. That's the problem. I mean, this sort of contract should be the ones that should be featured, not the silly contracts like the Goons in the Garden, which is obviously not very good. And I don't even know how something like that could get featured. I mean, I can understand the Matsuda-san contract being featured, because obviously it was sort of, I think it was the president that made that contract during E3. I'm not completely sure on the facts of that one, but I can understand that one being featured. But when it comes to stuff like the Media Menace, that is just a terrible contract to feature. I'm not sure why the developers do it. They try and feature a contract that you can't even complete on Silent Assassin. It's really stupid. I mean, the way we actually did the Matsuda-san contract Silent Assassin was a bit silly as well, because we had to take advantage of a glitch to do it. It's very silly. So they should really update the game and come up with a way so we can have a search bar and search out these contracts, because contracts then would make it much more playable for me, and I would love to make contracts for everybody to play and to enjoy. That would be really good. But moving on with this particular one, we've got the street performer's disguise now, so we've taken him out after he was being sick, and we shot him in the back, so that's this kill taken care of. The next one, we have to take out a guy that's dressed in a hazmat suit that's in the lab area while wearing this disguise. This one was quite difficult, but because it required us to take out quite a few people to get to where we need to go. So we're just going to blow a hole through that. Look at the bouncy bricks, they're like polystyrene. So we're going to need to, I'm going to take out the evidence as well while I'm here, because why not? I'm going to go through the million of items I've got. Got a floating can of Dr. Pop there. Just going to grab that wrench, because we love to picking things up. I like collecting things in this game. If you notice on my walkthrough, I pick a lot of things up, even though I don't ever use them. I just like to pick things up. This is the way I do it. I found this hilarious, that you were actually going through a highly guarded area dressed as this jester costume. It was quite funny. You could hear the bells jingling and everything. It's just made it very, very funny. I mean, look at his hat. So there's 2 guards over here and a scientist, so we're going to have to distract them. So I'll just push that alarm thing there and distract this guy here. So we're going to throw this brick at his head. And done. Throw the brick at the back of his head. And we're going to hide his body behind this these white containers here. I don't know what they are. I mean, I would hide him in that thing there, but it's got acid in there that will kill him, so I don't want to kill him on target. So once we got his body hitting, we're going to push that again to get rid of the other guard. Same way as we did before, but this time I'm going to use a crowbar to throw at his head instead. There we go, throw the back of his head, and that's that guard taken care of. So we didn't mean to turn that back on, whoops. So we're going to drag his body at the back of here just to hide it. We don't really need to hide his body, but I like to do it anyway. His bells jingling. Make sure they're well hidden. There we go. Going to hide his weapon as well. Just going to drop that there. So all we've got now is the scientist to take care of. So we're going to use a distraction, because I've tried taking him out straight away, and for some reason he turns around instead of actually going towards the object that we throw. So it's a bit strange. So we have to. You can only use the corn in that situation, which is a bit weird. So we're going to subdue him, so get him out of the way, because we're going to need his disguise as well for this next part, because otherwise we won't be able to get through this area without a lot of distractions and all that kind of stuff, and I don't really like that. So what we're going to do is take his disguise so we can freely go past this area, and we're going to distract him in a different way. I'm going to turn on this radio here to distract one of the guards, and we're going to use... Oh, there's another crowbar here, I'll pick that up. That'll do nicely, I'll use that right now. So instead of the punchy glitch, I'm going to throw it at the back of his head, because that always works. And the other crowbar we have in our inventory, throw it at the back of his head there as well. We can leave these bodies here because no one else comes to the back of the zero. I'm just going to make sure I turn off the radio first though. So our next target is that guy in a hazmat suit. I'm going to need to take him out with a fireball while dressed as that street performer. So we need to take a few people out before we can get in there, because obviously it's not going to be easy with all these people around. So we're going to try and get around these guys before we can actually go in. So one of them's taking a shower there. I think it's called like a radiation shower, I'm not sure. The thing is, they come out of the lab, and they come out, have this little shower thing, and then they go back in. I'm just thinking, why? What's the point of doing that? I don't understand. I mean, if you're going to have a shower and you're going to own elsewhere, then that makes sense. But when you're going back in, I don't understand why you have to do that. Doesn't really make sense, but never mind, that's the game's logic. So we're taking that scientist out there, we're going to drag his body, stick it in the crate. So one by one we're going to have to take out these guys that are coming in and out of the area. So make sure I pick up the coins and stuff. So one of them's coming out, one of them's going back in. So we can grab this guy that's coming just out here. We're going to subdue him. He just gravitated towards me there. So it's a good job we're taking out the cameras, because this camera just constantly keep beeping at me and it's telling me that I've just spotted you, but we've taken them out, so it's all good. Now once we've taken out this guy here, because that other guy went back in, we're going to have to wait for him to come back out. So because we have to wait a couple of minutes, or for a few seconds, and then we're going to fast forward it. So fast forward. Play, and so I'm going to play it from there, and now the guy's eventually going to come out, so we can finally take him out. He's just heading his way out here now. So we're going to use our trusty crowbar, because that's our best friend for this mission. Throw that at the back of his head. Boom, boom. And because the crate's full, we're going to have to drag his body just over here. Again, no one else comes around this area, so we don't really have to worry too much, but I like to try and keep it tidy. Keep him out of the way anyway. Oh, there we go. So we're going to head inside now. Put the hazmat suit on because we're going to need, because there's still 2 people inside. So one of them is our target. The other one we're going to have to keep getting rid. We have to get rid of him as well. So we need to create a little bit of a distraction inside. So this is how I do it. So I'm going to go over to this machine over here, and actually no, I'm going to use this one first. So we're going to tamper with this, sabotage this computer. Bring the non-target over here, and then this machine over here I'm going to use, mix these 2 red ones together, and that distracts our target, so it gets the target to turn around so we can subdue and get rid of this other non-target over here. Okay, no one can see us through this window, so we're all good. So we can drag his body into the corridor area so we can get his body out of the way. Just there will do. So eventually this guy is going to come over and it's going to go and you know, try and fix the computer that we did before. So in the meantime we're going to go and grab our street performer disguise again, and we're going to go back in. Create a little bit of attraction so we can get behind him, because obviously it's toxic in there, so we have to be very, very fast when it comes to trying to take him out, otherwise we will die and choke to death. So because we don't want that, we're going to try and get him as close to the door as possible and then take him out with the fibre wire. So as I said before, I'm going to be doing a live stream this Sunday, so which it will be tomorrow. I'll be doing it from 8 PM UK time. It will be 9 PM Central European Summer Time, and it will be, I believe it will be 3 PM Eastern Time. So everybody should be, it shouldn't be too early for anyone to join the stream. And IronManJoePro is going to make me a specific contract for Paris, so I will be doing that one for this one. It will be very, very similar to this. This is basically a taster of what's to come on Sunday. So this is sort of like a bit of a preview, really, because he's going to be doing another one for Paris, which I'm very looking forward to, because if it's anything like this, it's going to be amazing, and it's going to be a lot of fun trying to figure it all out. So hopefully I'll see you there, guys, as well. And I'm going to be leaving all the stream times and whatnot in the description as well, just in case you forget the stream times. I'll be leaving it all in the description, like I said. So we're going to fiber wire this guy really, really quickly. And just before I die, I got to leg it out of there. Oh, there we go. So we've got one more target left, and we have to take out one of the waiters or the auction. I don't know what they keep changing the names in different levels. You know, the disguise is exactly the same. Auction staff disguise, you know, waiter or mansion staff. I don't know, but we have to take him out anyway. You know what I mean? The guy with the red waistcoat. That's the one we have to take out. So we're going to use the hazmat suit because that's what we need to do, and we need to blow him up using an explosive. So we're just going to head into the mansion now, making sure I brought my key card with me. I also want to let you guys know that I've made a Discord. And now, if you don't know what Discord is an app where you can basically interact with me at any time of the day or night, whenever you want to feel that you want to talk to me. You can basically, it's like a public server dedicated to basically this channel. So this channel will have its own server, so anyone, all of my subscribers can join this server, so we can all talk together as like a community kind of thing. So basically you can message on there. It's like a public live chat basically, so you can talk to me on you know, voice chat or text chat at any time of the day. It's a bit like texting, but it's like a public server instead. So I'll leave the link of the server name in the description below as well. So if you want to do that, download the Discord app. I'll leave all the information in the description for that. So it's basically, like I said, to get us all together and get us all talking. If anyone's up for discussions about anything, then that's where we're going to do it. Or you can just use it purely to just talk to me whenever you want to, really. It's just another way for me to interact with all my subscribers and whatnot. So yeah, you can do that if you want to. I'll leave all the, like I said, I'll leave all the information in the description. And yeah, so I thought I'd just let you know about all that stuff. It's for all those people that basically hasn't got a PlayStation Network and they want to message me at any time, really. Instead of just like commenting on the videos. Obviously you can still comment on the videos, but still. Now at this part of the video, we made a catastrophic mistake. I looked at my inventory and I fucked up because I didn't bring my explosive and I didn't pick one up from the laboratory area, so we got all the way back to the lab to go and get it. I was pissed. This is why I'm standing still. So I'm going to fast forward this part to go and get the explosive and I'll be right back. Play. So now I finally picked up the explosive. I'm just going to drop it by his body. What a mistake that was. The thing is, I made on my previous run of this, just before I made this recording, I did exactly the same mistake. I just forgot to pick up the explosive in the lab area. Just completely forgot because I'm so used to it being in my inventory instead of actually picking these things up. So it got really frustrating. So it was a perfect opportunity really for me to fast forward through that part there. So all we've got to do now is just basically head our way closer to the exit as possible, and then we're going to set off the explosion, and that's basically going to cover this contract, and it's going to be the end of this beautiful contract that IronManJoePro made. So we're going to sneak past these guys here, head to the exit. I'm going to go through my safe house as well. I'm not going out through the main entrance. And I didn't notice. I've just seen on the map now that there was a waiter woman, then the one that talks to Rocco at the start of the level. She just literally went through the door and I didn't even spot her then. I've only just noticed on the little mini-map there. But Jesus, that was close. So I'm just going to blow the explosive on the way to the car. It would really suck if there was a photographer right at the end of the road so we could run him over. Because that's happened so many times before. Not on this contract, but on the other ones. So I'm just going to exit in the car. And that's going to do it for this particular contract. And it was a really good contract. I really did enjoy playing it. So again, credit to IronManJoePro for this contract. I really enjoyed it. And it was a lot of fun trying to come up with a strategy to complete this. So I hope you enjoyed watching it as well, as much as I did playing it. Again, I will be doing a similar sort of contract set in Paris for Sunday's live stream. So hopefully I'll see you all there, guys, for that. And that's going to do it for this video. So again, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe here if you're new to join the ever-growing Freeze Army of Assassins. We gained so many subscribers yesterday from the elusive target yesterday. And for some reason, I didn't tell you, I've unlocked the Absolution suit, which is very weird. I've only done 4 out of 5. So anyway, I'll see you in the live stream on Sunday tomorrow, guys. Cheers.